F1 Academy is headed to Montreal for the very first time this weekend, so it's time for a Don't Crash course. Everything you need to know to get started watching a sport, F1 Academy Montreal Edition. If you're new to the world of Cargo Fast, F1 Academy is the all-female single-seater development series aimed at getting more women into the pipeline towards Formula One. The series is in its third season this year, and there are 18 young women competing in Montreal this weekend. This is the very first time that the series has Montreal on their calendar, so not only does that mean that a lot of these drivers don't have experience on this particular circuit, it also means that someone will set a track record for the series this weekend. The circuit itself has 14 turns and is 4.361 kilometers, and each race will last 30 minutes plus one lap. For a little bit of track history, this track is located on Notre Dame Island, which is a man-made island in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. The island itself was built in 1967 for the Expo World Fair, and it was utilized again in 1976 when Montreal hosted the Summer Olympics. Formula One will also be racing this weekend, as F1 Academy is a support series, meaning that they race at F1 tracks on F1 weekends. The very first F1 Grand Prix happened at this circuit in 1978. One big thing to note this weekend is that the F1 Academy schedule will be a bit different than it typically is. Because one of F1 Academy's races was canceled in Miami due to weather, that additional race has been added back in this weekend. That means that the drivers will only have one practice session before heading into qualifying, and then we will see 3 30-minute long races at this circuit, which again is a circuit that these drivers are not very familiar with. Because one race is carrying over from Miami, that race will also include the qualifying grid that was originally set. Because of that, Chloe Chambers will be starting on pole for race 1, and the American driver for Red Bull Ford Performance also has a birthday this weekend. A couple of big storylines to follow heading into this race weekend for F1 Academy. One, we're seeing a number of new partners make their debut on the F1 Academy grid. The first livery that we saw revealed was actually a new livery for Alicia Palmowski, who currently drives the Red Bull Pepe Jeans Academy car. That new livery came because 1Password will be joining her car sponsors this weekend. Additionally, following the new PepsiCo deal with Formula One, Gatorade has joined F1 Academy as an official partner. In order to celebrate that partnership, the wildcard driver this weekend, Matilda Potts, will be driving in a Gatorade livery. Matilda is a 16-year-old German driver who is currently driving in an F4 championship. And lastly, Wella Professionals also joins F1 Academy as an official partner starting this weekend. To celebrate, they will have a special livery on the grid as well. Keeping an eye on our championship point standings, currently our top 2 drivers are separated by only 1 point. Those 2 drivers are Maya Woog, who's currently in first and drives for Ferrari, and Dorian Pan, who is very close behind her in second place and drives for Mercedes. However, because there are 3 races on the calendar this weekend, we also have a chance to see not only that gap closed, but other drivers make this a closer title fight. We should be keeping our eyes on Chloe Chambers and Alicia Palmowski this weekend, who are currently sitting in 3rd and 4th. Chloe is only trailing behind Dorian Penn by 8 points, and Alicia is 11 points behind Chloe. So that has been your Don't Crash course on F1 Academy for Montreal. Here is the schedule for this weekend, and let me know what you're most excited about this weekend. Are you looking for a closer title fight, and who are you rooting for this season?